Fashion Crashers and Facebook and Instagram. Too many F's. I got myself all tongue-tied. Facebook and Instagram followers, welcome to video number 3 in our Closet Cleanout Challenge. Tonight I get to sit down because we're just going to talk turkey about some of the reasons why we tend to hold on to clothes, some of the rationalizations that I know I've used to hold on to clothes, and we're just going to kind of break those down one by one and just talk about some different perspectives that you might consider on those. So I do want to first of all congratulate Sarah Boomgarden. She was our challenge winner. She won $20 for sharing how she, a couple of organizational tips that she had from last week's challenge. So make sure that you take advantage of participating in these challenges. You only have to participate in one to get entered to win the big $100 giveaway that we're going to do at the end of the video series, but you only have 2 more videos to go, this one and one more. So tonight's challenge is going to be, I want you to share in the comments to this video which one of these rationalizations that we're going to talk about tonight are the most tempting for you to use when you are talking yourself out of getting rid of clothes. So we've gone through our organizational steps, right? We organized by style, short sleeve, long sleeve, blouses, you know, all of that. And then next we organized by color. So hopefully now you can kind of see, you know, hey, I have a whole bunch of this color and I have none of this color. That's kind of the whole point of the color challenge part of that. But also, as you were going through those 2 steps, you had to have hands on every single piece of clothing in your closet. So I know that there were pieces that you were like, oh my gosh, I did not wear this last year. I did it. I thought the same thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I did not wear this last year. And that's kind of my personal rule. My personal rule is if I haven't worn it in a year, then I need to really stop and think about why that is. And we're going to talk about that tonight. But there were pieces that I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. And I just know that I'm done with this. Like I talked myself out of it, out of getting it out of my closet last year, didn't wear it again. I'm just done. I know I'm done. Those are the easy ones. Those are the ones you just quick, they go into the donation pile, right? But then there's the other ones, the ones that you talk yourself out of, or you rationalize why you should or shouldn't get rid of them. And that's what we're really here to talk about tonight. I call those our sacred cows, right? Those pieces of clothing that we have a hard time letting go for a whole variety of reasons. But just think about when you are choosing to let go of something, that it frees space up in your closet for something new. And if you have a hard time letting go, maybe let that promise of being able to let that go so that you can get something new to replace it be the thing that helps you let it go. So we have partnered with Dress for Success here in Casper, and they are doing a donation day next month on the 9th. I believe it's on the 9th. I should have checked before I got on this video. It's always the 2nd Friday of every month. The donation goes from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it's at our outlet next door to where I am right now. We have our alleyway opened up and cars can literally pull up to the back door and drop off their clothes. There will be somebody there to receive you, and then that's it. It's about as easy as you can possibly get. So we are going to incentivize our Closet Cleanout Challenge people. If you have clothing that you get rid of in this process, and especially this next week is really about getting rid of those things that you're not going to use, right? Or that you really need to let go of for one reason or the other. If they're still in good shape, if they're work worthy, so something that you could wear to work, not like, don't bring sweatpants and things like that. It needs to be something that you could wear to, you know, a work setting. They're still in good shape. then please, please, please donate those to Dress for Success. And if you do that, you are going to get a $10 coupon from us as a thank you for doing that, because we support Dress for Success to just help incentivize you to choose Dress for Success as your donation site. All right, so that's pretty fun. All right, so top 10 rationalizations. These are the ones that I've used for myself. That's how I came up with them. I'm sure that there are others that maybe you guys can think of that I don't include in this list. If you do have another rationalization that you use, please share it in the comments. That will count as the challenge as well. So either share another rationalization or share which one of these that I talk about is particularly hard for you. Okay, those are your two options to get entered to win $20. And I'll announce that winner at next week's video, which is our last video in the series. Okay, so number one, I might lose weight and I'll be able to wear this again. These are reasons we hold on to things that we think, I haven't worn it in a year, but, okay. Number two, if I would just take this to a tailor and get it altered, I would wear this again. This is still fashionable. This is number three. This is still fashionable and I still love it. I don't want to let it go. Number four, I wore this item for my anniversary, on that last vacation. It's some kind of sentimental, it has some kind of sentimental value. I can't let it go because of that. Number five, I might need this for a party, a wedding, a special event or occasion someday, so I'm going to hold on to it in case I need it. Number six, I wouldn't be caught dead in this anymore, but hey, I can use it for painting, for, camping, cleaning, whatever. Number seven, I can't have too many sweaters, vests, and coats. I live in Wyoming. That one is particularly mine because I'm a coat hoarder, self-confessed coat hoarder. All right, number eight, this is a classic and never goes out of style. Number nine, I can't fit in this anymore, but I will use it as motivation to lose weight. And number 10, I just bought this item last year, so it's a waste of money to get rid of it, even though I really didn't wear it that much and I really don't like it. Okay, so those are my top 10 rationalizations. So now let's talk about each of those individually. So number one, I might lose weight and be able to wear this again. So, it's true that we fluctuate in our size. That's just a fact of life. But I think it's fair to say that you can save something that's one size bigger than you are today and one size smaller than you are today if you have room in your closet, but nothing more. Do not save things that are 4 sizes too small or too big for you, because the chances of you getting to that other weight again are probably not very likely, at least that big of a swing. I think we'll swing a little heavy, sometimes we'll swing a little light, one size on this side, one size on that side, but that is the max. So if you have something in your closet that you've been holding on to or having a hard time getting rid of that really doesn't fit you anymore and isn't even close to fitting you anymore, I would say it is time to get rid of that item. Let somebody else use it and enjoy it and love it, and you let it go. Number 2, if I would take this to a tailor and get it altered, I would wear it again. Well, the fact of the matter is finding tailors is not as easy as it used to be, right? It's challenging anymore to find somebody who will do alterations. And then if you find somebody who's good, they're busy. So you really have to ask yourself, first of all, do I know somebody that I could call? And number 2, could I make that call in the next 2 weeks and get that thing scheduled to be altered? And make the promise to yourself that if you don't get that done in 2 weeks, that item goes. Because I don't know about you, but I have had pants hang in my closet for an entire year because I didn't take the time to take them to a tailor to get them altered. I have given myself a rule now that I cannot buy pants that are too long because I know I will not take the time to get them shortened or whatever needs to happen. You know, and then we hold on to things sometimes that are like, maybe we have a jacket and the sleeve is too long. And every time we put it on, we think, I love this jacket, but I hate the fact that the sleeves are too long. And then we take it off. And we think, well, I just need to get the sleeves altered, but you don't ever do it. So in that case, I think you really have to evaluate for yourself, can you make that commitment to get that item altered? And if not, I think you need to let it go. All right, number 3, this is still fashionable and I still love it and I don't want to let it go. All right, so here's the deal. If it's still fashionable and you still love it, why aren't you wearing it? There's a reason. You know, it could be that the color's not good for you. And you love the style, you love the print, but the color, every time you put it on, you're just like, oh, this just doesn't quite work. Maybe the print is so crazy you have no good match for it. You don't know what to wear it with, or you like the style, but you don't know what to pair with it. So you're holding on to it, hoping that you're gonna find something along the way that's gonna pair up really, really well, right? Maybe it's a fit issue. Maybe you put it on and you just don't like, maybe it's too tight across the bust. Maybe the sleeves are too long. Maybe, you know, it's got a weird waist and it just doesn't hit you right. There is a reason that you're not wearing it. So there is really no, I still love this and it's still fashionable, so I'm going to justify keeping something that I'm not wearing. If you're not wearing it, there's a reason. So you have to, again, analyze, why is it that you don't wear that? Why is it that you take it off when you put it on? Why is it that you choose other things instead of that item? And is it something you need to just let go of? All right, so that's number 3. Number 4 is, I wore this item for my anniversary. It's the sentimental value, right? So this is, we hold on to wedding dresses. We hold on to anniversary things, items, you know, something that somebody gave us. Maybe, you know, a loved one gave us this thing. And we really don't like it and it's really not our style, but we don't feel like we can let it go because it was a gift. You know what? I would venture to guess that 9 times out of 10, if you ask the person who gave that to you, if you said, you know what, I so appreciated this gift, but I really don't wear it. And it seems a shame for it to just be sitting here in my closet. Would you mind very much if I, you know, donated this and that somebody else might be able to wear it? I bet you money that 9 times out of 10, they would not be offended and they would totally say, absolutely, absolutely. Because we are all in the position of giving gifts when we don't really know for sure a person's style or a person's color, or we think it's going to be great, but we miss it, whatever. I don't know anybody. I would never be offended if one of my friends were like, Colleen, I just really don't like this. I'm so sorry. I'll do better next time, right? So I think if you're holding on to something because of that reason, I think you need to give yourself the freedom to be honest that it's not for you, or to be honest that, yes, it might have been an important piece of clothing for that day, but you're never going to wear it again. It's taking up space. Is there a cedar chest you can put it in? You know, get it out of your closet. You know, those wedding dresses, for example, you know, maybe my daughter will wear this. Well, it probably needs to be preserved better than just hanging in your closet if that's your plan. So really take a look at those things that you're hanging on to for those reasons. Number 5 is, I might need this for a party, vacation, or special event someday. So I'm particularly guilty of this because I really don't like summer clothes very much. The colors aren't good for me. I just don't like summer clothes very much. My winter wardrobe is like this. My summer wardrobe is like this. And every single time I go through a closet clean out, I end up getting rid of more summer things than I do winter things because I don't like them as much. And that's just me. But what I do is I'll be like, well, you know, especially with dresses and summer dresses, I'll be like, well, you know, I probably wouldn't wear this in Casper, but it'd be a great beach dress or vacation dress, so I should hold on to it for that reason. Well, then I don't go on a vacation, or I go on a vacation and don't even take that dress with me, and it's still taking up space in my closet. So I think you have to really talk turkey with yourself. I had to talk turkey with myself about, are you really, really ever going to wear this dress? And wouldn't it be more fun when that beach vacation does come around to shop for that vacation, rather than holding on to these dresses in the hopes that I might be able to wear it someday, right? So that's my perspective on that one. All right, number 6, I wouldn't be caught dead in this anymore, but I could wear it around the house or when I go camping or painting or cleaning or whatever. So this is legit, right? If we can repurpose clothes for other uses, that's totally legit. My question to you would be, do you already have enough clothing to camp in, to paint in, and to clean in? And if yes, maybe you want to go through that clothing, pull out some of those older items that are, you know, just really getting ratty, and replace them with some of these things that are the newer items that you're thinking, you know, yeah, I'm not going to wear this anymore, but hey, it has merit for, you know, this or that particular occasion. Number 7, I can't have too many sweaters, vests, and coats. I have a horrible time giving up jackets, like vests, jackets, blazers, and coats. Horrible time, because I wear them a lot in the winter, and even if I haven't worn it that year, I'll tell myself, well, yeah, you didn't wear it this year, but you wore it last year, you might wear it again next year, right? So again, I think we just have to get really serious with ourselves. How many of those things do we need? You really only need 2 dressy coats. I think you need a 3/4 length coat. I think you need a long coat. I think you need like a sporty coat, like if you ski or snowshoe or something like that. And then I think you need a cute casual warm coat, maybe a 3/4 length warm coat and a short warm coat, a few vests, and maybe a spring coat, and that is really all you need. If you have more than that, and then I think you have to ask yourselves, could somebody else be using this coat and enjoying it and getting more use out of it, rather than it just hanging in the closet for me to wear once a year? Okay, number 8, this is a classic and never goes out of style. That's another one I use a lot on myself. You know, in all my years of doing these closet cleanouts, I have only ever gotten rid of one thing that I have really, truly regretted. And that was this beautiful suede blazer. And I had bought it when blazers were trendy, and then they kind of went out, and it was kind of a longer style. And what happens is the blazers come back, but they're like different, like they're shorter. Maybe they're 1 button instead of a 3 button. They're just different enough that those older blazers look a little out of date, and I think that's what happened with this one. And so I hadn't worn it in a couple years, forced myself to get rid of it, and I have regretted that decision. But that's the only one that I can think of that I've ever truly regretted getting rid of. 99% of the time, if you make these decisions, you're going to be happy later on that you made these decisions, because, you know, there may be that one thing that you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But, you know, when you've gone 2 years without wearing it, girlfriend, you just got to ask yourself, am I really going to wear this again? So don't hold on to things because they're classics, unless they're so classic. And that's what this blazer was. It was so classic that it probably would have been fine. But unless they're so classic that they're just going to transcend time. Because even the classics, they changed them just enough so that your old blazer now looks vintage. Unless you want to look vintage, then you're not going to want to keep repurposing that blazer. And I think, you know, the classics have maybe like a 5-year time span, maybe 3, before, you know, that style isn't stylish anymore, or they've changed it so much that it doesn't even look stylish anymore. Some of those older blazers that I had years ago that went with suits, like they wouldn't even be stylish anymore, even though blazers are super, super trendy this season. So be very careful about holding on to the classics, because, you know, you don't want to look like you're wearing something that's 10 years old. Nobody wants to look like that. All right, I can't fit into this anymore, but I'll use it as motivation to lose weight. So I hear this a lot. I hear ladies say this a lot. And, you know, if that works for you, if like hanging this piece of clothing up in your closet and looking at that works for you as a motivation to get you there, then by all means do that. But if you say that, but then never actually do that, then you're just justifying keeping something and rationalizing it to yourself. So I think you have to get really honest with yourself and ask yourself, is this really going to be a motivational piece, or is this just going to be that thing that I wish I could wear that just makes me feel sad every time I see it because I can't wear it? Because if that's what it is, save yourself the heartache. You know, our bodies change and things happen to us health-wise that change our bodies in ways that we don't like, but at some level there is an acceptance that has to happen. And I'm all for fitness. You guys know, like, I work out about 3 times a week. I'm all for fitness. I'm all for staying at a healthy weight. But I also understand that at 52, I cannot wear the things I wore 10 years ago. And that's just the natural way of things, even though I do try hard, right? So just be careful with using that rationalization to hold on to something. All right, last is, I just bought this item last year and it's a waste of money to get rid of it. Well, you know what? Give yourself the freedom, because we all make buying mistakes. We all do it. We buy it for the wrong reason. Maybe we love the color, but then got it home and we didn't really have anything to go with it, or we didn't even really like that color on ourselves, or we thought we were gonna love it and we didn't try it on, and then we tried it on, we didn't really like it, but we never took it back. Whatever, we all make buying decisions. So don't take up room in your closet with things that you feel guilty about buying that you don't really like. Just give yourself the grace of, you know what, you made a mistake on that item. Wasn't a good choice. Oh well, you're donating it. Somebody else is going to get to use it and benefit from it, and that's a good thing, right? So give yourself that grace, that freedom to say, sayonara, piece of clothing. I'm not holding on to you anymore. Okay? All right, so what you guys are going to do this week, you are going to go through your now newly organized closet. You are going to make, if you haven't already, your absolute for sure donation pile. Okay, the no-brainers. I don't even need to think about this. I'm done with it. Then you are going to go through, after you've already done the first pile, you're going to go through a second time and you're going to pull out anything that you have not worn, that you did not wear in 2023. If you did not wear it, it needs to get pulled out and put in this pile. And then once you have those 2 piles, I want you to go through every single item in that I did not wear it in 2023 pile and ask yourself, why are you holding on to it? Is one of these rationalizations ringing true? And did anything that I say tonight maybe change your perspective on it? Okay? And then you can choose to either keep it, so then you create a keep pile. So now you have your donation pile, I haven't worn it in 2023 pile, and my keep pile. And you can just literally go ding, 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 and make your piles as you go. All right? Okay, so challenge to get in on the $20 giveaway next week to share a rationalization that you use, maybe that I didn't include, or tell me which of these rationalizations is the one that's most troublesome for you, the one that you find yourself using the most, all right? Make sure you put it in the comments to this video so that I can see them and I don't have to go searching all over the place for them, all right? If you missed the first 2 videos, they are available on our YouTube page, Fashion Crossroads Inc. It's probably easier to find them there than it is to try to scroll back in Facebook. And all you need to do is look at the Closet Cleanout playlist and you will see those 2 videos. All right, does anybody have any questions? Hey, Brenda. Hey, Christy. Hey, Christy and Christy. Hi, guys. How's it going? Okay, all right. See you guys later.